That's a great win. Thrilled to get that monkey off our back, in particular after hearing all week about how big a monkey it was. You know, in our actuality, it began last week when we were getting ready for UMBC, and people were talking about, you know, you'd lost 5 in a row, I think it is, to Syracuse, and any competitor in his right mind doesn't want to hear it. So that's something we talked about. I'm proud of our guys. I thought we played well, but again, my concern is I thought we played for 3 quarters. And I don't think we did as good a job as we were capable of, you know, in the fourth quarter. I thought we let up a little defensively. I thought we gave Maltz a look or two, which we didn't want to do. Thought we made good adjustments, and I was really pleased. I thought the offense, especially early in the game and as the game kind of unfolded, I thought the offense was very aggressive. Probably much different than the way we played a year ago. So we felt like we needed to be more aggressive this year, and I thought we were. So a good win against a good team. I think they're still finding where some of the pieces of the puzzle go, and I think they're going to find them. The kid Eilers is got talent, and Marasco, you know, I thought we did a really good job on him, and then I look at the stats, and he's got 2 goals, but I thought we played him pretty well throughout the game, and I thought it was key that we did a good job with Desco. I mean, I think he's the big key to that team. He scores so many goals in so many different ways, so we put a lot of attention on him, and I have to tell you how impressed I was with Derek Maltz. I thought he's really become a player, and I was a little concerned with the job we did on him, considering the amount of attention we gave to him throughout the week of practice. But a good win. Nice to be 7-0. I think we put ourselves in a good position, and now we go down to a place and against a team that no one's going to give us a chance against.
Questions? Really? No one's going to give you a chance at Virginia?
Very few. Very few. You know that as well as I do.
No, I don't.
Down there, that's a completely different monkey. That's a gorilla. We've not had a lot of success down there.
John Greeley, so now you get to go home and rib Amadon a little bit finally, huh?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I'm going to be the better person on this, and just, you know, it's a good win for us, and, you know, just happy that we got it.
First play of the game, I mean, you know, Ianzito slips and falls down, and it seemed like you knew exactly what to do with it when you saw him land there. I mean, how good did that feel?
It felt unbelievable. You know, it got us going offensively, and you know, Coach Benson put in a great game plan for us, and we stuck with it pretty much throughout the whole game, and, you know, it just feels great. So.
Was that the, I mean, I've only heard and read about the struggle of your first midfield. I haven't seen you play that much this year, but was that the best game? I mean, it certainly looked pretty potent today. You know, you and Rannigan, and of course, Guida's is really good too. So
yeah,
is that your best game?
Yeah, I think we were clicking today. I think, you know, it felt pretty good. We had a good week of practice, and you know, as a group, we're just, as a whole midfield, you know, all of us, we're all going to just keep getting better and better. You know, so we're just gonna.
And Brandon, when they're playing that well, I mean, you have the career high 4 goals. How much easier does that make a finisher when you have guys that are dodging like that and just making a defense collapse in or cheat out or whatever they were doing? There's a lot of holes in that zone.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely makes my job a lot easier. Just got to catch and find the back of the net. But especially with our midfielders, a lot of big guys, even the smaller guys, really fast, and they do draw a lot of attention, which opens it up for our attack, and we just have to make sure we capitalize on our chances.
Coach, when Ianzito was on the field playing defense, were you guys trying to go at him?
No. You know, we didn't have one guy. We said this is the guy we're going to go after. You know, if you look, they came out, and no surprise to us, we saw a different matchup, and Guida had the pole this time, and Rannigan had Drew, which I can understand. Kevin Drew's a terrific athlete, and then they put a big, strong, physical defender on John and Ianzita. So No, we just, at the time, we tried to, Coach Benson's done a really good job. Bobby's done a great job of incorporating all these guys and trying to get them all involved. So you're not just getting a steady dose of Rob Guido. You're not just getting a steady dose of John Rannigan or John Greeley. I thought today we had a lot of balance to the offense, at least especially with the first midfield. We didn't play much behind the goal with the first midfield either. We've done a lot of that with Guida, and we didn't do a lot of that today. So I thought Coach Benson and the offensive guys did a good job of putting in a game plan and then actually executing it.
Dave, I know you probably won't admit this or will disagree with it, but Syracuse lost to Virginia by 4 goals, and I was at that game, and it was a game that I never thought Syracuse was out of. Syracuse lost by 4 goals today to you guys, and it was a game I never thought Syracuse was really in. I mean, it seemed like your poise, your veteran leadership, you had control of that game. It didn't seem like there were any times where you said, uh-oh, here it goes, here they come, here they're doing it.
Well, then I'll disagree with you, as you knew I would. Listen, I've been in so many of these games with them. I'm not sure there's many coaches that have been in as many with them as a player and a coach, because when I left here to go to Cornell, I was involved with them there, and when I was at Loyola and Penn, I was involved with them there. So my whole career has been surrounded by games with Syracuse. And the one thing that I've always learned with them is there is no lead that is safe. And when we're up 6, I think it was 6-3, and I think we made it 7-3, I'm just waiting for that run to come. And I thought when they got a fast break in the 4th quarter and Maltz tried to pick the lower left corner and missed it, I thought that was a big play because they get one, that lead starts to shrink a little bit. And I thought we played a little tight in the 4th quarter. Again, I've not been tremendously thrilled with our play in the 4th quarter. I don't know if we've relaxed. I don't think it's because we're not well conditioned, because I think we are. But we've got to find a way to get beyond that. And, defensively, I thought we were pretty solid throughout the game. I mean, there were moments where we gave up shots and, again, disappointed about how many looks we gave Maltz early. But I thought the close defense and the midfielders did a very good job. But I thought we got away from it in the 4th quarter. Palasek face dodges us and slips underneath. He comes off a pick, and we misplay the pick. And we hadn't misplayed the pick all day long. So we've got to find a way to, we talk about finishing the drill. We really got to find a way to finish the game, especially walking into the Hornets' net we're walking into on Saturday.
Tucker, there in the second half when you guys went man down, did you change anything from the first half to the second half?
Yes.
Yeah, as Coach said, we were kind of struggling covering guys up inside. So we tried to take away one of their good inside guys, Maltz, and try to rotate around. So we had the inside covered up, and it seemed to work pretty good, I thought.
Thought it helped us when we did that, because it took away that guy on the inside, and they actually brought him to the perimeter, which now they're putting someone else on the inside. So we switched roles, and we forced an outside guy to be an inside guy, an inside guy to be an outside guy. So I thought that was, we had talked about it, but we hadn't really practiced it all week, and it was really done more out of necessity than out of, desire.
Brandon, can you talk about the obviously decisive 3rd quarter that you had an obvious big hand in? The first one, the quick one right off the face-off, that they appeared to win, and they didn't get the ground ball. You score, and then you scored on the fadeaway, and I think you got a feed from Rob, so you scored kind of 3 different areas, 3 different ways. How big was the first one, just to kind of get things relaxed, and then how really big were the next 2 to get the big separation?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think the first one was like right at the start of the 3rd quarter. And I mean, whether it's me or someone else, I think it's always nice for us to come out of a halftime like that and get the first one. It kind of brings the life back that maybe we could have either lost in the at halftime or maintained. But I think either way, that it just brings the life back. And the ones after that, again, were not really me doing a whole lot. So the guys around me just creating plays and doing their job and drawing slides. And I'm just fortunate enough that I was able to get open and they were able to find me.
Was that about as efficient as you could have played a particular quarter today in that situation? To shut them out and get 3 and open it up a little bit, the way you did?
Yeah, I like the way it started because it started with a ground ball. They actually came up with the ground ball. I think it was 28 on the wing. And I thought John Ranigan, at the moment, I was actually upset because I thought he should have been closer to him. And John put a good check on him. Ball popped loose. He went down and unselfishly moved it. And I think it was Brandon who drilled one from the perimeter. We talked about trying to win the first 5 minutes. And that's critical, I think. You know, you go in, you go in at halftime and you're up. I think we were up, 7-4. And you come out. And it goes to 7-5, and now what we talked about is here comes that run, they're squeezing you. And to make it 8, that gives you some breathing room. And it's important when you play against a team like this to relax. It's really important to have poise and composure against a team like this because they can put pressure on you in a lot of ways. And one of the big ways that we helped ourselves was at the faceoff X today. Jamison Kester did a great job, and to be honest with you, I am not thrilled with the ground balls. I'm upset about them. To win that many face-offs and to lose that many ground balls, you can bet your bottom dollar that on Monday we'll be doing ground ball drills.
Tucker, can you talk about defense? 6 of the 7 opponents have had a 20-minute drought longer than 20 minutes. What have you guys been doing so successfully?
I think more than anything this year, we've been communicating pretty well. It's something we've done in practice. Pretty much every practice we'll have at least one drill dedicated, just called like a communication drill, and it's not even a live drill, we'll just be, walking through it basically, but passing defensive calls to 2 people, just stating responsibilities, calling out the defense, and I think that's helped us a lot once we get out there and playing games. It just comes natural to, be talking, having a conversation with the guys next to you and, communicating our defense and everything that goes with it. So I think that's the biggest thing for some of the success that we've had so far.
So would it be fair to say that as a unit, you guys aren't surprised that you guys kept Syracuse off the scoreboard for, I think it was 20 minutes, 14 seconds?
Syracuse is a great team, so anytime you can hold them scoreless for an extended period of time is, it's obviously a good thing. But again, our offense did a really good job holding the ball and possessing, kind of putting some pressure off us with, scoring goals and backing up shots and stuff like that. So it's not just the offense, or it's not just the defense, holding them scores. The offense is keeping the ball. So that played a pretty big part of it, I felt.
What was the key to keeping Desco pretty quiet?
Well, all week we talked about how he was one of their top guys, and we contain guys as a group, so it's not just me. It's 7 guys out there, and he's one of their best guys. I thought we did a pretty good job with him. He had opportunities. We could have done better. There's times throughout the game, but overall, we did a good job. The key was, he was a good shooter. He's a capable dodger. So he's a little bit of everything. So you kind of you can't relax with him. He's a great player. So I thought overall we did a pretty good job with him.
Coach, can you talk about Wells Stanley playing for the first time? What kind of boost did he provide?
This is going to come out the wrong way. He's another guy, and that's what I think we're becoming, and at least that's what I hope we're becoming, is a team of another guy. And today Brandon stepped up, and Zach was a little quiet today after a big game last week, but another guy did his job, and John did his job. Our first midfield gave us 5 goals and I think 4 assists. It's a good day. Those guys did their job today. So having Wells back gives us another guy that's capable of doing his job. He gives us a guy who we can use at the attack on the second midfield. I was thrilled that we were able to continue to use John Kasner. He continues to be an important part of what we do, so I was glad as a staff we all agreed that Kasner would get the start even though Wells was back. He had earned that right, and he did a good job. Didn't hurt us at all, helped us. Came up with actually a great ground ball in the 4th quarter. So, I hope we're becoming a team of you know, just another guy. And I guess that may not sound particularly exciting, but we're going to have to be that way because there are going to be days where the first midfield doesn't shoot the ball. We've seen those. And other guys are going to have to step up. There's going to be a day where the offense just doesn't have it, and the defense has to step up. And there are going to be days where the defense doesn't have it, and the offense is going to have to carry it. So I hope that we're able to continue to just have everybody work as hard as they can and be prepared to do their job. And I thought Wells, the best part was I thought he didn't play with any hesitation today or any fear. You know, I thought he just came in and did what he does with no concern for, you know, getting whacked around. And to be honest with you, I give a lot of credit to our training staff. We had a short stick coming off of food poisoning last night. Both our long sticks didn't practice on Thursday, Riley and Pellegrino. We weren't sure if Riley would play today. You know, Wells is, you know, you know, that's well documented what we've dealt with there. So, you know, hats off to our training staff because they're getting a lot of work.